can at least do the shell part.
Yes. Okay,
Okay.
it's recording. Um, I'm
Yes, we'll
Angela.
send we'll send the sessions to all the people that registered and they couldn't make it, so that's why we are doing a recording.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds
And
great.
before I introduce the project, my name is Angela. I'm the newest member in ARNO, and
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too, Martin. I'm also a project assistant here, and this living library is part of the project Civil Society through Circular Economy in North Macedonia, and it's funded by EU in coordination from the Czech Republic organization People in Need, in short and PIN, with ARNO and some other organizations that are part of this. What is living library for those who don't know? A living library is a concept from Scandinavia where instead of renting books, you rent people, and that is how you actually get to know someone's story and you get to know something. I call it a podcast personally, but living library as it is. So I'll give the floor to Kate to give us a little introduction and we can continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela, for the introduction. Hello to everyone. I'm Kate from Yes for Less. I guess many of you already know us because this is the sixth Living Library session. And we have two more to go, one more Thursday this week and the last one in January. And we have been interviewing circular businesses from around the Balkans. Today with us, we have a representative from Kosovo Glass Recycling, which is Martin. Kosovo Glass Recycling is a family business. So Martin is part of the Berisha family that started the business. And I'm really excited about this one because actually, as part of the project, ARNO did a small brochure with circular practices from the Balkans and the Czech Republic. And I think it was the first time there that I read about Kosovo glass recycling. And I saw those amazing terrazzo tables. So I was like, oh my God, this exists in the Balkans. How crazy. And then like they kept appearing in the next months throughout my work. So I'm very happy that today we have Martin. Martin, thank you for taking 1 hour of your time to share your story with us. And how do you feel right now?
Yeah, thank you for having me. And it's great to show our work to people who have never heard about us before. You have seen some of our work and read our story, but I guess for most of the participants, it's a new thing,
Yeah.
and maybe they don't also understand the concepts. So maybe while I talk, you can share the screen and show some of the materials from the brochure. If you don't have it, maybe from our Facebook page, you can see some products there, so
Yes, I will. I
people
think the
know.
Facebook is a good idea because you have a
Yeah,
lot of photos there.
yeah. So my
Uh,
name is Martin. I'm from Kosovo. I was born and raised in the city of Jakova, which is in the southwest of Kosovo. Together with my father, with my family, we run Kosovo Glass Recycling, the only company in Kosovo that deals with glass waste. We are a really small business, so we still consider ourselves as a startup, and we mainly use glass waste to produce all our other materials. So we don't turn glass into glass again, but we use glass to design different kind of products. We have two lines of products. One line is terrazzo. Terrazzo system uses small particles of glass in mix with concrete to produce tables, countertops, kitchen tops, tiles, and different type of materials that can be used in interior design and exterior design. So we use different type of colors, different type of sizes of glass, and turn them into the beautiful tables you have seen, and the participants will see soon. And the other line is the glass sand. We crush the glass in very fine particles, and then we use that sand for different purposes. One of the purposes that we use that sand is pool filtration, so swimming pool filtration. The water you have in swimming pools, the clean water, it comes from a filtration system which uses a type of sand for the filtration. So we produce that type of sand from recycled glass, usually from windows. So that's our business model. Right now we are 4 members. It's not the season here, so we don't have full operations because it also depends on the weather sometimes. During the season, we have about 7. We are a team of 6 or 7 employees.
Great. Yeah, you already answered to some of the questions that I was planning to ask, but thank you for the brief introduction. And my first question is, like your story started in 2019, from what I read, when you were like, before you were already helping in your community to plant trees, educate the people to recycle, but then you spotted this problem of like no system for glass recycling, and you came up with a solution yourself. So my question is, how exactly did you decide to produce the terrazzo products and the filtration media? Because you could have just made glass, like new glass out of recycled glass, which is what most of the countries do.
Most of the solutions usually come out of a problem. So usually the the biggest companies, or like the most successful companies, are the ones that solved a problem. So they brought a solution to a problem. And our company was also born as a solution to a problem. So it was born as a solution to the glass problem, which is a big issue in Kosovo, but also in other Balkan countries. Because we don't have glass treatment factories in Kosovo, Albania, Macedonia, Serbia, or Montenegro, we don't have glass treatment companies. We have only glass exporters. So they take the waste and send it to other countries like Bulgaria or Greece or Slovenia, for example. So what we thought maybe we should find a way how to bring a new life to that waste, but also source the waste locally and produce the product locally and sell the products locally. So we don't make huge transportation costs and more carbon footprint. And that's how we started to research and develop new products. Of course, we tested other products as well, but they didn't work out. So we ended up with two lines, which are terrazzo and the glass media for pool filtration. So this is how the ideas were born. It was not a process that, and on the first day we had it figured out what we wanted to do. Of course, we tested for 2 or 3 years until we found the product that we wanted to produce.
Yeah, here I guess you see my screen.
Yes.
We can see some of the products. So they're like tabletops, tiles.
Yes.
Also saw roof tiles. I guess these ones can be used both for the sidewall,
Yeah,
floor,
also
the roof.
mainly for the floor.
Mainly for the floor. Okay, great. And you mentioned that you experimented with other products which didn't turn out to be successful. Like, could you share which were those other products?
Yeah, we tried with some elements like sidewalks and some other elements that can be used for roads, for example, and I don't know, smaller things. But we needed products that we want and we can scale. So we found out that these two products are quite scalable. There is a need for them in the market, and especially the tables became a trend. So with Instagram and TikTok, people started showing them, and it became a trend. And now every coffee shop wants to have our tables,
Wow.
and but we are the only one that are producing them. So of course, it takes some time for us to produce them, and we don't have such a big machinery that we can produce 1,000 a day or something like that. So they are mainly handmade and they are very crafty.
Now, like a lot of questions are coming to my mind regarding the trend. Was it something that you started, or the people that saw the tables
The
started?
people that saw the tables, so influencers were just showing them without knowing their story. So some of them didn't even know that they are recycled. They just shared a glass of champagne or glass of cocktail with our tables in the background, and people saw them, and now everybody wants them because some of the best cafeterias in Pristina have our tables, and then they are trendsetters, and other cafeterias follow them. So this was for us. It worked out without us planning it, so it was a nice
It was
surprise.
like spontaneously.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's also what attracted me because they look really nice, and especially because you combine different colors of glass. So yeah, it's understandable and something that was in your favor, even though you didn't expect it. I'm curious, is there a designer in your family or designer that was involved in the process? Like that he or she saw how this will turn out?
Yes, my father's background is in construction, so he had this background and expertise in materials, but also in design. So he worked in interior design, but also constructing industry, like constructing houses and high buildings. So we had this privilege to have someone in our team who has had
Yeah,
experience with
the technical part.
working on this kind of materials.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
but of course we got some inspiration from what others are doing in other countries like US or Italy or Spain,
of course, I mean,
and then we
the terrazzo is something that exists, but like I wouldn't know that
yes.
you can use glass in the formula. I'm curious, like, where did you do the experiments in the beginning? Because when small businesses start, they don't have like a big warehouse or a place that they're paying to do this. So, like, many businesses start in their garage or in their backyard. What was your story?
It was the same. My family lives in an apartment building, and we used our flat and underground to test our products in the beginning, and then we got a piece of land. That's where everything started, and now there is some machinery, but still the process is quite handmade. So they are very customable. So yeah, we would like to have a more automated process, and we are all the time investing and working on that. But right now, the process is quite manual.
Annual. Okay. Okay. And now that you mentioned the finances that you invested a lot, actually there was a question also from the audience, from the people that registered. Um, what was the initial investment to start all of this? And also on your website, I couldn't find if you were part of any like startup or funding program, or it was from your own funds.
It was mainly from our funds. It's like 90% of all the investment or more, 95% of our investment was from ours. We started with zero, and everything that we invested was earned through this company and also other jobs that we did in the meantime to finance this company. We were part of UNDP Boost program. UNDP Boost helps companies that work in circular economy. We got a small grant which helped us to buy a machinery, but all the rest of the investment was done by our side.
Mm-hmm. And which was the first machine that you needed? I guess you need to crush the glass.
Yes.
I think you don't need to melt it.
No, we don't need to melt it. The first machinery we needed was a crusher.
Mm-hmm.
First, my father started crushing it with a hammer.
That's very manual indeed.
Yeah, that's humble beginnings.
Yes.
And then we purchased a crusher, which was built by a person in our community,
Mm-hmm.
and he gave it to us for a good price that we could afford. And then we purchased other machinery as well. Now we have a new crusher. We have production belts. We have sieves. We have other machinery. It's very different from what we started, but as I
It
say,
developed throughout the years.
us for liking is still manual. We constantly want to automate things.
Mm-hmm. Okay, understand. And let's talk a bit about the logistics part that I think also a lot of people, including me, are curious because when you imagine that you need to collect glass from like people, and it's usually in European countries, it's something that the government or the municipalities or the cities are organizing it. How do you collect the glass? Like, do you collaborate with municipalities? Who is paying for the collection? How does it all work?
Uh, we have our own collection system because the government, the state, is failing to do that for us.
Mm-hmm.
So we have our own collection system. We work with small and medium companies. We make direct contracts with them. We have our bins. We send them our bins. We take the glass from them, send them the clean bins. Logistically, is a big issue for the company, and it's a big cost as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we would not like to do it. So we don't want to be the waste management company. We want to be the recycling and upcycling company because that's how the everything started. But when you need glass, you have to go and take it because nobody will bring it to you, even if you pay.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, it's a big cost because you need trucks, you need containers, you need employees, and sometimes during the high season, which is summer here in Kosovo, which I believe is the same in Macedonia,
Mm-hmm.
people are consuming a lot, and then you have some schedules that you need to fulfill. And then if a bin is regularly filled in 1 week, during the summer it's filled in 1 day.
Wow.
So we have an overflow of requests to go and collect,
Mm-hmm.
and that's sometimes an issue for us. Then you have defects in the trucks and the cars, which bring you a lot of pain,
Mm-hmm.
but then you have to deal with this.
Yeah. So the trucks are also yours,
Yes.
the collection trucks. Okay. And these bins are placed on public places, or it's like
No.
restaurants?
We only work with companies or restaurants, bars, glass makers, like window makers. We only work with them
Mhm.
because it's easier to manage the collection.
Mhm.
We don't work with households.
Okay. Okay. So people, they can somehow find a way
Well,
to your
yeah, they
bins.
sometimes come and bring them to us, and there are some
Mm-hmm.
neighborhoods like uh, closed neighborhoods,
Mm-hmm.
private neighborhoods, which have direct agreement with us. We go and take them from the households.
Okay. So you exist for around 6 years since the idea started. Like, have you received any recognition from the city municipality governments, or they just pretend that as you don't exist
As a company,
and
no.
you're solving a
Yeah,
problem?
no, as a company, no. My father before has received some recognition for being an active citizen and taking care of the environment, but as a company, no. Unfortunately, we didn't even get visits from the Ministry of Environment, which I think should have happened. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
we have helped where we could, and not only locally but also in the region with our expertise.
Mm-hmm.
So we are part of a project in Albania that we are providing expertise and our learnings that we had for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
So we are not keeping that information
For you.
and
Yeah.
for ourselves. We are sharing it with people, so somebody else maybe can start something
Yeah.
similar.
Yeah, actually I have a question later on about the collaboration with Recycling Albania
In
because
advance.
yeah, I met Lulzim. So for those who that lived in Germany called Lulzim Bauman, he's doing crazy stuff regarding circular economy in Albania, and he's trying to bring Kosovo, the idea of Kosovo glass recycling in Albania. But we'll talk later about that. But yeah, it's quite sad that you haven't received any recognition. I mean, you're receiving a lot of recognition from people like us, from your customers, and from the people that get in touch with your product. So at the end, it's like the time will come when
Sure.
they will ask for for you. Okay. Now, since you're the sales and marketing manager, I want to talk a bit about the sales. Can you tell me which was your first customer and how did you reach to that customer? Was it because you do B2B mostly?
Yes.
Um, yeah, how was that process? When was your first sale?
Uh, First customers were local coffee shops in Jakovo.
Mhm.
We did some bar tops for them and like very small tiny customers. But then we marketed that very well, and then we got some requests from the capital city, customers in capital city, and then word of mouth started to spread, and that unpaid influencer network started to work out, and now we have overflow of requests. So sometimes we cannot even fulfill all of them. So mainly local people that we showed what we are doing, and they wanted to support, and they purchased from us.
Okay.
It, that's very interesting. We really found that people, like usual people, are really supportive.
Mm-hmm.
Al- Not just buying with our products, but also they're willing to separate glass and bring the products to us. For us, it was a good surprise. We didn't know that people are very aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
So we understood that there is no lack of will to recycle. There is just a lack of logistics and assistance.
Yeah. It's the same here. Like people are actually a lot of people are willing to do it, but then when it's super difficult, they just
Yeah,
don't do it. And you said that the people like weren't even aware that the products contain recycled glass. So uh how did you bring to light that part? Like, did you have some maybe education events, or you did a campaign on social media, or they just started to ask what is this, and then they found out between them?
all of them. So all of this. We we take part in workshops. We take part in projects where we showcase our materials. Of course, we take part in fairs, and yeah, that's how we educate the people. We spend a lot of time on that. Actually, we invest a lot of time on it, and we did a lot of media appearances. So lots of TV stations, or all of the national TV stations actually came to us and did a video, and we showed our products. So I think we did quite good in this PR aspect. of showcasing the products. And yes, there are people who buy the products because they know it's recycled glass. So we have that type of customers who buy it, especially because it's
because they appreciate
yes.
full impact. Yeah.
But of course, we also have people who buy it because the price is good, and they look good in the meantime.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the price, because a lot of times with this kind of sustainable, upcycled, recycled products, like people are like, wow, this is amazing, but then when they see the price, they're like, oh, I can't afford it. So if you need to compare, I don't know, with what can you compare it? Like, do you compare it with the regular terrazzo, or
We compare it with regular systems that are used for tables. There are different types of materials that are used for tables that are used in coffee shops, for example. So we try to compete with those materials. But of course, our materials have added value, not just because they're recycled, but they are unique. So because the particles are different, you cannot find two same tables. So every table is unique, and every table is handmade. So we have these added values to our products, and we are quite competitive in price compared to other materials as well.
I see. Okay, so in that part, you don't have, let's say, a big problem that you need to persuade the people. Okay. And in one of the previous living libraries, we had an idea from Macedonia where they were producing also outdoor floor tiles, which were a mix of sand and recycled plastic. And they did the official certification from the, I don't know, some certification body in the country, to prove that they have like all the characteristics that a regular tile should have. Do you have those kind of certifications for your tiles, for example?
There is no type of there is no such type of certification in Kosovo, but in this project that we are involved in Albania, we did scientific research on the durability of the material that's used for glass. Yes, and it passed, and it can be used even in construction, or glass sand can be used even in construction.
Great.
For a certain percentage.
Yeah, that was my question. If if it satisfies all the condition to be, like, I guess you check that it cannot function for so many years if
we have tables that we built 6 years ago, and they are still perfect shape.
Good. How many bottles or how many kilograms of glass do you recycle per year? I guess the number increases over the years, but do you have like a calculation of your impact so far?
Our capacities are about 30,000 tons per month.
Per month?
Yes, but we during the winter we don't achieve that because of the weather. So the weather is a big problem for us because when the glass is wet, it's really hard to work with it. And because most of our glass is outside, we cannot do that. So I would say maybe 200,000 kilos per year, something like that. 300. Yes.
Impressive. Yeah, I guess it will increase in the next years.
Yes, it will.
We have a question. I mean, the last 15 minutes are dedicated for questions for the audience, but we can take one now. So there's a question: are you designing the entire table or only the countertop?
Usually it's just the countertop, because in most of the cases the clients have the lower part of the table, so the legs.
Mm-hmm.
They usually have those, but we had cases where we also designed the entire table.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you basically there are clients that just want a renewal of the tables that they already have, and they remove the top part.
Yes.
Okay. And we have another question from Sarah. Are the public places restaurants asking them to pay for the storage, or it's for free?
Maybe for the collection they don't.
Yeah, I think it's for the collection.
They don't pay for a collection, but it's good for us because we also get the raw material for free. So it's a win-win agreement situation.
Yeah, actually, I was checking the prices for Macedonia because there's only one company that collects recycled glass, and the price is like 2 dinars per kilogram, which is very low. So it's like for them, they won't earn much, even if
no, they won't even cover their cost. Trust me.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just a symbolic
Yes.
payment.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Dragana has a question. Dragana, please.
Hi, guys. Is it okay if I speak like this?
Yes.
Martin, thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you, guys. ARNO, Yes for Less, and the others for organizing this. Very impressive. I have a couple of questions in around the same area. But the first and the most important, joking, but one of the first questions is, was your father willing to go into this circular economy business? And did you have any problems with convincing him that this is a good model? And most of my questions are on the collection thing. How many municipalities do you cover? How many trucks do you have? How many employees do you have in the company? And how many work in the collection? How many companies are you working with? But he knows what I'm talking about. He will just give me probably the whole picture after I'm done. I just want to understand, and don't you put them inside if you have problems with the weather, let's say during the rainy days, and at the moment when you start getting proper standard landfills in Kosovo, these guys will thank you for taking away the very heavy waste that they produce. And do you work besides doing this on maybe lobbying in the government on putting this waste management system in place? That is my question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the questions, Dragana. Regarding the first question, actually, it was my father's idea. He initiated this, so I didn't have to convince him. He convinced me and motivated me to be part of it because my background is in marketing, actually. Regarding the company operations, we have two trucks, one big truck with a crane and one smaller truck that we use for the collection. We cover mostly our municipality, which is Jakovo. So for our own supply, it has more than enough waste to process. But during summer, we also help other municipalities. We have some points in Pristina, which we only do them for awareness purposes. We don't do them from economical benefit because there is no economical benefit. When you add the transportation costs, recycling becomes a big issue. I think you're aware of it. And we also work with a smaller municipality near us, Unique. And we have lots of requests from other municipalities to work with, but our capacities are really small. And that brings us to the next question. Why don't we put all the glass inside? Is because it's too much. And we didn't plan it on the best way because it's the first time for us dealing with waste. And now we have too much glass in our field, which we need to process and then try to structure it a bit because right now it's quite mess. Our workshop or our place, it's quite humble, if you want to name it like that. but our plans are to make it more the process to make it more automated, and the waste management to be more structured. As I said, we don't want to deal with waste management, but we have to for the moment. And yes, we are lobbying to the government through other organizations, which are advocacy organizations, since we don't have direct access to the government. We are working with NGOs and organizations that advocate for this to be solved, either through ERP or other like returning systems or whatever works for Kosovo or for the Balkans. We are willing to be part of it.
Thank you so much for the answer. Just how many people do you work in your company? How many employees?
During summer season, we are 6 to 7 members. During winter season, we are 4 members.
Excellent, Martin. Good luck with everything. I cannot wait to see your tables here in Macedonia, in Ohrid. There is a big market here in Ohrid.
Yes, but you are very welcome in Kosovo to see them before we bring them to
Yes, also that. Great. I want to add on the question regarding the team, since you mentioned how many people you are. What would you say is the essential, or was the essential skill to start this kind of business in the beginning? You mentioned your father that knows about construction and materials, and actually that's the core of the idea. Do you think like anyone could start this, or what's like the one skill if you need to choose that you need to have to start this kind of business?
I think that yes, anyone can start it, but you have to be prepared for very big issues on the road and very big challenges on the road. I think the most important skill is to have the motivation to not stop. Because other skills can be learned. Of course, this construction background of my father has given us an advantage.
Yeah.
But when you're working in a country like Kosovo or Macedonia or Albania or any country in the Balkans, the biggest skill you need to have is to not give up. That's I think is the most important. But still, we are countries that there are huge opportunities, because there are so many areas where people can start something and be the only one doing it.
Definitely.
So I think that's an advantage.
That's a big motivation. Yeah. And I want to talk now a bit about your expansion. So as we mentioned before, like you're currently collaborating with Recycling Albania to bring this idea in Albania. But I want to understand more, like, are you planning to open a production line there? Or what are you exactly working on?
This project in Albania was part of LOT 21 from GIZ Albania.
They had a glass, like
yes, it was a glass challenge. And we were invited to bring our expertise on the table. And but in the future, we might consider expanding here together with Recycling Albania. There are talks and plans, and when something will be official, we will publish it.
Okay.
Our interest is to work in the Albanian market, but not only. We can also work. We also work with partners in other countries.
Yeah, I guess currently you have like enough job and sales in Kosovo that you still don't feel like a big need to expand, but it's more like people from other countries approaching you to bring their idea there.
Yes.
Okay. We have another question from the audience. I would like to ask him if it's possible to say more information about their product, the sand that can be used as filter for the swimming pools. Yeah, I think we talked a lot about the terrazzo. Maybe we didn't mention enough
Yeah, I mentioned at the beginning, but I didn't go in the details that it's actually our main product. We sell that mainly in Kosovo. It's a type of sand that is used in filter systems of swimming pools. Usually we use the window glass for this. So it's very pure and very clean and very safe to use. And yeah, it comes in different sizes. So depending on the pool and depending on the filter system, they also order the different sizes. And we have 4 different sizes that we use. We use only white transparent glass, so the material is white, and we sell in bags. We sell it in bags to swimming pool builders and companies that do swimming pool maintenance.
Okay, so it's also like a mixture of glass and some other.
No, it's just 100% glass.
Okay, so it's just to get the right
Yes.
texture, like you need to grind it. It's a lot, so it doesn't hurt anyone. Okay. And instead of like the alternative for this, it's normal sand that you get on the beach.
Quartz and other sands. But this one is the most effective sand because of the texture of the glass. And also it's more cost savings because you don't need to change it as often as other sands, and it requires less energy and less water in the filtration process. So we also take proud of that, and it's a selling point for us.
I see. Yeah, it's curious because I wouldn't think that like pool filtration media would be a successful product in Kosovo because there is no sea. I don't know how many pools are there in Kosovo, but it looks like they're enough for the product to be successful.
There has been an increase in last 2 years, so many people having a pool for their houses, lots of new spas being built. But the clients that buy from us, they also take it as a material when they go to build a pool in Albania or Macedonia. So we have kind of started to export, but without exporting it directly, but through our partners and their clients.
Okay, amazing. We can take more questions from the audience since we are in the last 15 minutes. So if someone would like to ask something, if not, I have also some questions that we received in the registration form. So one of the questions that we received in the registration form was to share approximately like how much investment have you done until now, if it's not a secret? And how did you determine the selling price of your products?
The investment during these 6 years, I think, because I'm not sure, because the investment has happened for a long time and in many ways, but I would say around 200,000 to 300,000, somewhere like that.
Over 6 years?
Yes.
Okay.
But we started with zero investment, so people should not be scared by this number.
Yes, definitely.
Because nobody has that amount in their bank account. We didn't.
Yes. Yeah, you kept selling and investing more. And there is another question also regarding the expansion. What would currently help you scale faster? Like, is it more investments into automation, as you said, policy changes, or if there is a like official recycling system, so you would get the glass delivered to you by, let's say, the municipality or something like that.
Yes, exactly that. If we didn't have to deal with collection, of course, you would be able to focus mostly on our production, and we could scale. But also automation, like in every production company, saves you lots of money and allows you to invest and scale more. So yes, these two are the most important.
A little bit of both. Okay. And there is another question. What is your vision for the next 3 to 5 years? Or if it's too much, then for the next 2, 3 years, let's say. Like, how do you imagine more expanding in Kosovo or more reaching like some markets abroad?
With pool filtration media, we would like to expand in other countries as well. So that's our biggest mission. We would like to start exporting the waste that we don't need to other countries, and we would like to increase the volume or the capacity of our terrazzo tables. So we would like to decrease the amount of days that we spend in one order, which is currently 3 to 4 days. We'd like to do it.
Tabletop takes 3, 4 days to make.
Yes, because you need to let it to dry as a product, and we'd like to have like a scale production. So let's say like 30 tables, 100 tables per day, and try to get more orders in the meantime. Because right now we can't even do marketing that much because we cannot take so many orders.
Yeah, I've seen this problem in other businesses also, where actually they don't need promotion because they cannot catch up with all the orders. I mean, anyway, it's a great problem to have, but yeah, it will be. I hope you find a program or investment or something that can lead you to the next stage. We have another question. Interesting products. Do you buy glass from Macedonia? If so, from which company? I think we already answered this. The glass is only locally sourced from Kosovo because there is like enough of it already in the surroundings of where you live. Okay, and I think I asked you everything that I wanted to ask you. Maybe my last question would be, was there like any moment during these 6 years where you were really on the line of giving up? Because for sure there have been many struggles, but was there any like specific moment where you were like, I'm fed up and I cannot take it anymore, but then you still decided to continue?
Yes, it was tiring, but I don't think there is a moment where my father or me at this point, because when you have so many challenges and you go through many challenges, you also understand that every challenge is almost fixable. So you go through so many problems that after you've solved those problems, you say, okay, there is no problem that can stop me. And this is in general, this happens in every business. So every business has moments that are not so good, and there are those days that the business is thriving and you feel like everything is working out. But you shouldn't stop. You really shouldn't stop, because you have invested so much time on that business, and you don't want to waste it. It's not the financial investment. The most important investment you can make is your time, because that's limited.
Indeed. Great. Thanks a lot, Martin, for your time, as you said, and for answering all our questions. Last round, if anyone from the audience want to ask a question. If not, we can close the event. Yeah, thank you once again. I really hope that we see your tables sometime soon in the next years in Macedonia. I'm sure that I will recognize them when I see them, even in Kosovo and here. And yeah, just to remind everyone that is here in the session that we have the next living library session this Thursday at 1 p.m. with another very inspirative story, which is Nasha Kucha, an NGO from Serbia, that they also do amazing stuff from products that are from materials that are considered as waste now, such as the paper packs from cigarettes. And yeah, I really hope you join and learn about another successful story from the Balkans. Martin, I don't know if you have any final words, something that you would like to say to the audience.
Yes, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to present our journey to this great audience. They've been very interesting with their questions, and it's always fun when you have such an audience even online, because usually people online, they just don't participate. And you have a great audience here. I would like to thank everyone and welcome you all in Kosovo one day.
Thank
Please
you.
add me on LinkedIn if you want to learn more about our